On just about every lake and river in Maine, you'll find canoes. They are as much a part of Maine summers as loons and lobster bakes.
Most canoes you see nowadays are probably made from some sort of artificial material. But if you know where to look, you can still find canoes made the traditional way from wood. And as 207's Don Kerrigan tells us, you can also find two guys in a small Maine town who are the best there is at building them.
There is something beautiful and timeless just gliding a canoe across a Maine lake. Better still, when that canoe has been crafted from the very wood that grows here. Jerry Stelmach and Roland Thurlow might know that better than anyone.
Okay, let's put that one right here.
After half a century of working,
If you get enough.
they are still Maine's premier builders of traditional wood and canvas canoes.
But just when you use the boat, it feels so much different than using a plastic boat. It's got a little life of its own. The wood flexes and moves. It kind of moves in the water much different than a plastic boat.
They both loved canoes from an early age.
I couldn't get canoes out of my mind.
Jerry got his first one as a teenager. Wood and canvas.
Wooden canvas, yeah.
And you've loved these ever since?
Yeah, absolutely. And I had that through high school and through college. It wasn't really worthy, but we took it down the St. John River and the Allagash River.
Challenge with that one is
Roland learned to love canoes at scout camp. As young men just out of the Navy, they teamed up at the boat building school in Lubec, where an instructor taught them the art of building canoes. So this is one of the ones you started with?
yeah.
Yes.
And they were able to buy some of these building forms once used by the famous Maine canoe builder, E.M. White. The two friends were in business.
We were kind of on the cutting edge, but the pre-cutting edge of that interest, because when we were doing it, really nobody was doing it, and nobody cared about it, nobody wanted it.
But they say a new generation was coming of age that liked the traditional canoes of wood and canvas. People saw the beauty of these in water.
People recognized them for what they were and loved it, and they had memories, and we were there.
Patterned after those the Wabanaki people had built for centuries, and built essentially the same way with native wood and cotton canvas. And the combination of these materials can make a boat that'll last
Oh, well,
50 years?
Well, I mean, they'll last longer. We've repaired canoes that are well over 100 years old.
It begins with wood and steam. We asked Jerry and Roland to show us how they bend the cedar ribs on the form. And it is amazing what wood can do. Then, as Roland's time-lapse video shows, the cedar planks are nailed onto the ribs. The canvas is stretched tight, covered with a sealer, then paint. The result is an almost perfect blend of function and beauty.
The hardest part of building the canoe is sending the customer a bill. I put it off because I don't want to let the canoe go. And once you send them a bill, it's kind of like now they're taking it. And you know, I never get tired of looking at it.
They each formed their own business decades ago, just a few miles apart here in Atkinson. But now, 50 years after they began, the two friends are again building one together.
We've both been building 50 years, and so we thought we should build a canoe together, kind of celebrate the 100-year traditions.
Yeah. 100 years between the two of you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite a bit.
Adds up.
So do the numbers. Roland says he has built around 1,200 canoes. Jerry says he's done around 1,000.
And also history.
This one will be special, designed by Roland and based on his Atkinson Traveler model. But that top white band will have special scenes painted by Jerry, like the one he did to mark the millennium 25 years ago. I assume at least once the two of you will paddle this.
Well, I don't know. We haven't thought about taking a trip, but
It's going to go out to the wooden canoe assembly. We'll probably be paddling out there.
yeah,
But
I
then
guess
it's
so.
actually going to be for sale. So
It's
we're
going
gonna let
to
it
be
go.
sold?
Yeah.
yeah.
So no
No sentimental value. Let's get it out of here. It's done. You know?
It will be one of a kind.
Well, nice day for a paddle anyway.
This little breeze is helping with the bugs.
These guys are both in their middle 70s now, but are still building and creating. They do say fewer people are wanting such works of art nowadays.
The wooden canvas boat seems to have just the right feel to it in the water.
But those who do, those who value timeless beauty in a time-tested form, they know where to come, where experience and skill, 100 years of it, still count.
Jerry Stelmach and Roland Thurlow have also written a book about these canoes. It's titled The Wood and Canvas Canoe and has lots of history of these craft as well as a guide on how to build them.
And in the story, you might have seen a green canoe in the background with the Old Town brand name on it. Old Town Canoe Company will still sell you a new wood and canvas canoe, but they don't build them in the Old Town factory anymore.
Those canoes are actually made in Atkinson by Jerry Stelmach. He says Old Town stopped building wood and canvas canoes about 15 years ago and arranged to have him take over that work.